A pleasant day, everyone. I am Maria Teresa P. Patron and I am the one to present the SWOT analysis for the province of Tawi-Tawi. For the strength number 1, Tawi-Tawi is the largest seaweed-producing province in the Philippines. With roughly 80% of the Tawi-Tawians earning a living from seaweed farming, seaweed is sold for its carrageenan, a gelling and stabilizing agent used widely in dairy and meat products. Strength number 2, the Tausug and Sama-Bajau community and culture. These are the two dominant ethno-linguistic groups in the region and have coexisted for centuries. The Tausug were once rulers of an independent state known as the Sulu Sultanate, which once covered a huge area including parts of Palawan, Malaysia, and Indonesia. The Tausug adopted Islam when the first Muslim missionary arrived in Sulu in 1380. The Sama-Bajau are also thought to originate in Sulu and have adopted a sea-oriented lifestyle. Sama-Bajau is really a collective term used to describe several closely related indigenous peoples who consider themselves a single distinct ethnic group. Historically in the Philippines, the term Sama was used to describe the more land-oriented groups, while Bajau was used to describe the more sea-oriented, boat-dwelling nomadic groups. Today, most of the Bajau have long abandoned boat living and now build stilt houses in coastal shallows. Strength number 3, it is clear that the marine ecosystem here, lying as it does in the heart of the Coral Triangle, is in relatively good condition compared to other regions of the country, probably because there is less pressure on resources due to low population. There are over 1,800 species of fish, more than 400 species of algae, 5 species of sea turtles, 22 species of marine mammals, and over 450 types of coral in the Sulu Sea, a global hotspot for marine biodiversity. Strength number 4, Tawi-Tawi, Tandubas in particular, is famed for its intricately woven textiles, which are handmade multicolored mats featuring complex geometric patterns. Mat weaving among the Sama-Bajau is exclusive to women, from the harvesting of the pandan leaves to the execution of the design. Strength number 5, the wooden ships, known as prahus, were custom ordered from Malaysia and sold for anywhere between 15 to 20 million pesos. It is stated that it takes roughly 1 year to build one all by hand. And this is something truly unique to Tawi-Tawi, and the craftsmanship of its people is remarkable. Strength number 6, Tawi-Tawi is known to be the earliest or first seat of Islam in the country. In 1380, Sheikh Karim ul Maktoum established the first mosque on Philippine territory in Simunul. Strength number 7, located at Barangay Bato-Bato, Panglima Sogala in the province of Tawi-Tawi, every Saturday of the week, one can witness real exchanges of goods, specifically marine products vis-a-vis agricultural yields. Marine products are brought in by Sama Dilaw, also known as Bajaus, and the latter by agricultural farmers of Panglima Sogala, dubbed as the food basket of the province, owing to its fertile soil and having a good source of water from its Malum River. Weakness number 1, Tawi-Tawi is the southernmost province in the Philippines with 300 breathtaking beautiful islands and atolls in the autonomous region of Muslim Mindanao. But it is also the headquarters of the Philippines' most violent militant group, the Abu Sayyaf, which has recently aligned itself with the so-called ISIS. Weakness number 2, there is a high threat of kidnappings of tourists by the said terror group, which often do not end well. Ransom is one of the methods used by Abu Sayyaf to fund their long-running campaign for an independent Muslim state in this part of the predominantly Christian country, and they do not care how long they have to hold their captive until they get paid. Violence is their catalyzer to arouse insurgency. Weakness number 3, corruption, oppression, and injustice are the reasons why Tawi-Tawi is the poorest province. Recent changes in the law have outright banned all fishing, sustainable and otherwise, in the areas where Bajaus have been fishing for centuries. Opportunity number 1, the province is strategically located near Borneo and other areas of the East Asian growth area, where there is a huge chance to improve its economic standing through trading with the countries in it. Opportunity number 2, improved transport community. After a 7-month postponement, Philippine Airlines PAL has finally served since June 9 the Cotabato to Tawi-Tawi to Cotabato route twice weekly, every Thursday and Monday. The first commercial air linkage within the 3-year-old Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. Opportunity number 3, increasing economic and tourism potentials through access enrichment with the resource-rich land of Tawi-Tawi will particularly abet in the state elevation of the place and will introduce it to more improved and beneficial qualities that serve as advantages to the province and its people. Threat number 1, forest loss and bundification is the greatest threat to the unique biodiversity of this place. Small-scale illegal logging operations continue to take place on Tawi-Tawi and its associated islands, either for local private use or for shipping to Mindanao and the Visayas, apparently to supply the market on these islands. Threat number 2, as part of the Sulu Archipelago, which comprises about 25% of the coral reef cover in all of the Philippines, the sea around Tawi-Tawi is very rich in marine biodiversity, but it is also threatened by dynamite and cyanide fishing. The coastal areas have been subject to overfishing and destructive practices of blast for the past few years. Threat number 3, due to the presence of extremist groups, serious threats of attacks, kidnapping, piracy, and violent clashes between the security forces and rebel groups, Tawi-Tawi, despite being a paradise, can pose a life-threatening dangers to the tourists' safety and security.